3, 2, 1. Okay, let's start out with a quiz today. Everyone is having fun. The pool. We want to choose the correct answer. In, on, or at. So everyone is having fun in the pool, everyone is having fun on the pool, or everyone is having fun at the pool. Stay tuned and we will give you the answer later in the lesson. And don't forget, we have the Acquire English Club. So if you want to practice your speaking, you can come online, and on Zoom, you can practice your English with a native teacher, usually myself or Tuan. And there's many members from all over the world. So to become a member, it's $9.99 a month, and you can take unlimited members class. Or once or twice a week, we have some free classes that you can try out. So on our website, it's aenglish.club. It's aenglish.club, if you can see that up there. You can see the schedule. So we have some free lessons coming up this week and next week. And for members only, we have a lot of different classes for you to take at a lot of different times. So if you're interested in practicing your speaking, go ahead and find the Acquire English Club. It's aenglish.club, and come practice with us. We're looking forward to meeting you. So welcome once again. My name is Adam. I'm an English teacher from the United States. I'm here with Tuan, an English teacher from the UK. And in this lesson, we're going to listen to a conversation, and then Tuan and I will talk about the grammar point in the conversation. So Tuan, today's grammar point is prepositions of place, right? Talking about in, on, and at. To be honest, as an English teacher, I hate teaching in, on, and at. And I'm sure many people learning do not really like teaching in, on, and at, but it's very important, right?
Yes, it is. It can be confusing if you use the wrong preposition, or it just sounds unnatural or strange. Right.
So we want to be, of course, the reason we learn grammar is to be more accurate, to be easier to understand. So, that's the important point. You can often get your point across using incorrect grammar, but you don't really want that, right? It's kind of, it adds a little bit of noise to the conversation, is the way I think about it. It's kind of like if you're talking with correct grammar, it's kind of like there's no outside noise in the conversation. Everything is very easy to hear, very clear to hear. But if you're using incorrect grammar, it's kind of like there's background noise or loud music, or there's cars driving by. There's sort of distractions, and it's more difficult to have a conversation. That's kind of how I think about it, why we need grammar. So I don't know. Not really important to think about right now. But anyway, let's go ahead and listen to our conversation. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, where are you right now?
I'm still at the office.
Perfect. I think I forgot my wallet there. Could you check?
Sure. It's not on your desk.
It might be in the top drawer.
I don't see it in here. Oh, there it is.
Where was it?
It was on the floor.
Great.
Are you at the station?
Yes.
I'm leaving right now. I'll bring it to you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. See you in a few minutes.
Okay, and normally we would go line by line and break down the conversation, but this is somewhat long conversation. So we'll just go over the main points. So in terms of the main point of the conversation today, of course, Tuan lost his wallet or forgot his wallet at the office. I am still at the office, so I'm looking for his wallet. Where did we look, Tuan?
We looked in the desk.
inside the desk in the top drawer. We looked, I looked on the desk, right?
On the desk, that's right. Yeah.
Right. And eventually, where was the wallet?
It was on the floor.
Right. And because I'm a nice guy, I'm not going to make you come back to the office to get your wallet. I'm going to take the wallet to you, right? Because I am an extremely nice person.
Okay.
And where are you in this conversation?
I am at the station.
At the station. Okay. So again, lots of prepositions of place. Let's go ahead and talk about some of these here. So the first part was this sentence we had.
Hey, where are you right now?
Where are you right now? And
I'm still at the office.
I'm still at the office. So the first one we have is at. So at the office, I generally think of at as kind of one spot. One point on a map here is where we use at. Now, it's possible to say I'm in the office. Now, in the office would be inside an area. So I'm inside the building. There's a, some sort of box, some sort of square. It has sides. It has an area. I'm inside that area. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between at and in. And let's go to Paris to talk about this. So here we have Paris, France, this city. So Paris, of course, like any city, any place, has a border, right? Around the outside of the city. A long time ago, they had a map, they had a piece of paper, they drew a line and they said, this place is Paris, or they say Paris, I believe. But anytime you have a border, every city, every country has a border, the outside part. Anything inside the border, we can say in. So we have this lovely lady here. Right now, she is in Paris. She's inside Paris. She's walking around in Paris. Anywhere we put her here, she's in Paris. She's in Paris here. She's in Paris here. She's in Paris here. So we also have some landmarks in Paris. So the first one, if you see A, we have Eiffel Tower, right? So here we would say she is where, Tuan?
We can say she is at the Eiffel Tower.
She is at the Eiffel Tower. Now, is she still in Paris?
Yes, she is.
Yes, she's still in Paris, but we would say she is at the Eiffel Tower. Okay. And then if we go to B, where is she?
She's at the Moulin Rouge.
She is at the Moulin Rouge. And is she still in Paris?
Yes, she
Correct.
is still in the border of Paris.
Right. Okay. And she could be here. Where is she?
She's at the Louvre.
At the Louvre, very famous museum. And finally, she is here.
Yes, at the Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe, yes. So all of these places are in Paris because they're inside the border of Paris, okay? If she goes out of town, she's no longer in Paris. She's somewhere else in France right now, okay? But anywhere inside this border, we can say she's in Paris. Did we miss anything here, Tuan? Is it okay?
I think it's okay. You can say if she does go inside the museum, so like in C, if she goes in the Louvre, you
right.
can say she's in there, physically in the building.
Oh, she disappears there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe now she's inside the Louvre. She's in the Louvre, right? So again, yeah. Same type of idea. We said Paris has a border, right? There's a border around Paris. Well, there's a border here as well, right? This is a defined area. Inside a place is a defined area. So we could say she walks inside. There's my great animations here. Now she is in the Louvre, right? Because she's inside. But same type of idea as Paris has a border. There's an outside area of the Louvre, and she could be inside, which would mean she's in the Louvre. Okay, I think we got that one. I think we understand. So let's look at the next part here. Again, Tuan, we're looking for Tuan's wallet.
Sure. It's not on your desk.
So it's not on your desk. So on your desk, we use on for on top of a surface. So some sort of flat, usually flat area, right? So if we take a look here, we have this bedroom and we have a couple different surfaces, right? So an easy one here would be to think about the floor is a surface, right? So here we have a basketball. There is a basketball on the floor, right? How about this car here, Tuan? Where is this car?
You can say it is on the bed.
Right. And we have this night table here, or nightstand, and there is a plant where?
The plant is on the nightstand.
On the nightstand, right? So these are all surfaces, the floor, the nightstand, the bed. We can say on those things. Now, the wall is also a surface, okay? So we wouldn't say it's on top of the wall. That's kind of strange. But this chalkboard is where?
The chalkboard is on the wall.
On the wall, right? And this picture is
Also on the wall.
on the wall, right? So on the floor, on the bed, on the nightstand, on the wall. All of these we use to say on a surface of something, right? Anything to add there?
No, not really, but yeah, you can, yeah, it's on the table as well, on the chair, but yeah.
Yep, could be on the table, could be on
Yeah.
the chair. Something could be on the window as well. Any sort of surface like that, right? So the basketball is on the table, the car is on the chair. All of those work. Okay. So then the other part, we had this sentence,
It might be in the top drawer.
right? It might be in the top drawer. So we're talking about in the top drawer of his desk here. So again, this just means inside, just like we had in Paris, in the Louvre, in the drawer. There's some sort of area, in this case, kind of a box, and it would be inside that box. So we would use in the top drawer, in the middle drawer, in the bottom drawer. Okay. In your backpack, right? Inside a backpack. In your pocket, right? Any other ins you can think of, Tuan?
In a room, in a building.
Yep. All of those. Okay. So let's go to the next one. So I found Tuan's wallet. We had this sentence. Tuan's asked, where was it?
It was on the floor.
It was on the floor. So again, on the surface there. I think we covered before, easy enough. And then finally, we had this one.
Are you at the station?
Are you at the station? Again, station, this point, 1 point inside an area, 1 point inside an area. So at the station could mean just outside the station or possibly inside the station, right? We don't really know. In the picture, of course, Tuan is standing outside of the station. I would say that's the general meaning of at, right? Just usually just standing around that area, around the station. I'm at the station. But technically, Tuan could be inside the station here. Okay, so to be more accurate, to be very, very clear, Tuan could say, I'm in the station. And that would mean 100% inside the station. Is that okay? But generally, we'll just say at a place. Like, for example, Tuan, if I say I am at home, would you, in your head, do you think I'm inside my house or do you think I'm standing by my front door?
You are probably inside your house.
Yeah, probably inside your house, but I could be where?
You could be in the garden. Outside.
Right, I could be standing outside. Maybe okay.
I think
So just if you want to be very, very clear that you're inside of a building, we can use I'm in the place. I'm in the mall. I'm in this shop. I'm in my bedroom, right? if we want to be 100% clear that you're inside a place. But in general, we often just say at. So if you're at a restaurant, most likely you're inside, but you could be waiting in line outside as well. But if you're in the restaurant, no confusion, 100% inside the restaurant.
Mm.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I think that covers the conversation. How about we try a little quiz here? Let's go back to Paris. So we have this very fashionable young couple with their shopping bags having a good time in Paris. So we can say they are in, on, or at Paris. Give you a couple of seconds to think about it. And what's our answer, Tuan? They are.
If you think about it, if you think about the border or the boundary, they are right in there. So they are in Paris.
Right. They are in Paris.
We generally say in for cities or part of a city, like a borough or a prefecture or something. Yeah, we don't say I'm at Paris. We wouldn't say, yeah, we always say I'm in Paris.
Right. So the way I like to think about it is anytime someone has drawn a border, right? Someone on a map, they drew a line, usually connects, right? If it's the country, right? So we are both in Japan, right? We are both, so the city we live in or we work in is Yokohama, right? So we are in Yokohama, right? So Japan has a border. We are inside that border. The city we are in, Yokohama, is inside that border. And then there's smaller parts of the city, right? We call them ku here. They're like wards, right? Different areas. So we could be in that area as well. Makes sense? So wherever you are, it can get smaller and smaller. The border can get smaller, but you're always inside that area. But if it's one just point on that map, then you're at that point. So in this case, I believe this is supposed to be the Eiffel Tower, but the more I look at it, doesn't look quite like the Eiffel Tower. So we would say they're at the Eiffel Tower, right? They're just right outside. But the question, they're in Paris. So let's take a look at the next one. So Sarah loves getting massages. So right now she's the massage table. She's in the massage table. She's on the massage table. She's at the massage table. Give you a couple seconds to think about it. And what's our answer, Tuan?
The table is a surface. So for surfaces, we use on.
Right. So right now she's on the massage table. I think on is probably the easiest of the three, right? You have that surface, you have the table, she's on the table. Okay. Let's look at the next one. We have a refrigerator. So we have, there's a lot of food, my refrigerator. So there's a lot of food in my refrigerator. There's a lot of food on my refrigerator. There's a lot of food at my refrigerator. What do you think, Tuan?
We wouldn't say at the refrigerator.
Right.
We could grammatically say is on the refrigerator if there was food on top of the refrigerator, but that would be strange.
Yeah, so maybe there's something on the refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, you can see there's no food there. So
all the food is inside. So we say the food is in my refrigerator.
Right. There's a lot of food in my refrigerator. Do you have anything on your refrigerator, Tuan?
Sometimes the cat is on the refrigerator.
Cat, I can imagine that. I see. There's a lot of dust on my refrigerator. I checked the other day. There's a lot there. I need to clean it off. Okay, let's look at the next one. So this one's a little bit more difficult. So the delivery man, we have this guy here, the door. The delivery man is in the door. The delivery man is on the door. The delivery man is at the door. What is our answer, Tuan?
So it wouldn't say in the door. That would be very, maybe not possible.
Right.
He's not on a surface really. Well, he's on the floor, but well, standing on the floor. But yeah, he's not on the door.
Right.
So we would say at the door.
At the door, right? So again, just like we said, kind of Tuan before was at the station, right? Where would that picture go? Oh, this one? Oh, this one here, right? Tuan is at the station, right? Near the station, around the station, that sort of idea. So same thing when someone is at or around a place, we say at the door. And it's also possible in this situation, where is the woman? If that's the case, Tuan.
We can say the woman is at the window.
Yeah, she's at the window, right? So if someone is standing by the window, looking out the window, we can say they are at the window. Okay, and he is at the door. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We have a boy taking a bath. So we have Troy is the bathtub. And what's our answer, Tuan?
We can think of the bathtub like a border or boundary, but yeah, he is in the bathtub.
Is in the bathtub, right? What would on the bathtub mean? If you said he's on the bathtub, what is he doing?
Maybe standing.
Yeah, like you can imagine his feet are kind of on the edges of the bathtub and he's standing. But again, very strange situation. Probably never get a chance to use that. So he's in the bathtub, right? He's inside the area of the bathtub. I think that one's not so tough. Okay, how about the next one? Paul is busy working his desk. In, on, or at. What's our answer, Tuan?
So he can't be in the desk. If he's working on the desk, he'll be sitting on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
So we would say he's at the desk.
At the desk, right? So now Paul's elbows are where?
They are on the desk.
Paul's elbows are on the desk, just like his mug or his cactus are all on the desk, right? But when we say someone in this situation, you are at your desk, or Tuan, where do you eat dinner with your wife? Now, when you're at home.
At the table.
At the table, yeah.
The table, yeah.
Right, so you sit at the table to eat dinner. Okay, same type of situation at the desk, right? Some people, especially in many countries, including Japan, sit on the floor to eat dinner, right? They have a lower table, they sit on the floor. I think people in many countries sit on the floor, all the food out on the floor in front to eat table. I've only seen pictures, but you could sit on the floor, but we sit, in my family, we sit at the table to eat dinner. Okay. And then we have one more, and this one was our quiz question at the beginning. So this one's a little tricky. So we'll see. Everyone is having fun. The pool. In the pool, on the pool, at the pool. Be careful. So what is our answer, Tuan?
There is a guy and a woman in the pool, but some of the people outside the pool as well. So they're kind of around there. So like we saw earlier, possibly inside, possibly around there. we would say everyone is at the pool.
Right. So it's C, everyone is having fun at the pool, right? So of course there are, a woman is in the pool. She's on a little inflatable tube here. There's a man here in the pool. There's a woman here, her feet are in the pool, but she's sitting on the edge of the pool, right? And then there are 3 women outside of the pool, right? So when we're talking about everyone here, we would say they are at the pool. What are some other ones we often use at with, Tuan, in terms of places?
We can say at the beach.
Right, that's a big one, right? At the beach, what else?
You could say you are at, oh, maybe it's different, at an event. So like at a concert.
Right, that's okay. At a concert.
We also say at school.
At school. What does in school mean? Oh.
You can say you're in the school. That means you're 100% in the building.
So in school, in the school means you are in the building, right? Okay. What about in school equals you're a student, right? Right.
Yes.
I'm in school right now, right? I'm studying, I'm a student, or I'm studying. So yeah, this is one reason why I don't enjoy teaching prepositions so much. They get really tricky, really confusing in many situations. So this is also why I encourage people not to memorize a lot of grammar, right? So, and this is a big reason why we put out a training video before we do these kind of live videos, right? So the training video, which we put out on Saturday, this past Saturday of this conversation, when you practice that video, when you do the listening and repeating and you do the shadowing with it, it eliminates the need to really memorize this grammar. What we're doing is we're practicing something, we're putting it in our brain, like, oh, in Paris means there's somewhere inside the city limits, right? There's somewhere inside the boundary. That's what that means. And we don't have to think about, oh, where is the person? The person is within the boundaries. So that means we use in that situation. We want to eliminate sort of the processing of information to memorize our grammar. We want it to just be automatic. And I think our training videos, that's our purpose for those. We can kind of make the grammar more automatic. That's the way I think about it. That's how I study Japanese. That's why I think the areas I'm good at Japanese are those areas I practiced a lot, right? But maybe okay. Anything else to add today, Tuan?
Yeah, just to add to that point. Yeah, we want people to acquire the language, to try to work it out for themselves, understand it themselves, rather than sit there. And I think a mistake a lot of students make is when they're trying to translate everything to their native language. It takes a long time. You want things to be more instant. You just want to just understand it and think in maybe English.
Right. Yeah. The way I think about the translation part is it doesn't work in every situation, right? There's many things, like when I think about, I can only speak one foreign language, that's just Japanese, but there's many things in Japanese that just don't translate into English, right? There's just things you say at certain times, right? So when Japanese people, before they eat, they say a certain thing. But for maybe native English speakers, there's really nothing we say. Maybe people pray, that's possible. People pray before they eat, but there's not necessarily one thing you say. So that can't be translated. There's nothing that works there. So that's one problem with translation. The other problem is our brains are just not good enough. We're not really quick enough to be able to translate things at a speed that's, works in conversation, right? We need it to be automatic. We need it to be like muscle memory, right? I like to compare it to playing guitar. You practice playing chords so that when you are, playing a song, you don't have to think about where to put your fingers, right? So when you are practicing your grammar, when you're doing this listening and repeating, you're doing your shadowing, later on when you're having a conversation, you don't have to think about the word order. You don't have to think about where to put your words. You've already trained them. It'll automatically come out, or it should automatically come out if you've practiced enough. That's kind of my thinking about it. So studying grammar is good, but we just don't have the processing power in our brain to use it in real time, right? It can't be knowledge. It has to be like a physical skill to do something. So that's why we need that shadowing. So hopefully people, if you haven't done it yet, please go back and look at the training video that we've done. It's called I'm Still at the Office. Be okay? And of course, we have Acquire English Club. Really hope some more people will give that a shot. We've had, I think, good success so far. A lot of people have enjoyed it. A lot of people from many different countries. So there's something you can learn. And I think when people are speaking English in the future, quite often they won't be talking to someone like you or I, Tuan. They'll be talking with someone else who is speaking English as a foreign language. So another non-native speaker. So the image is that, oh, I'll be talking to an American or someone from England or someone from Australia. But actually, it's quite possible you'll be doing business with someone from a different country. So it's good to learn about that as well. I think it makes you a better person the more you know about the world in general. So Acquire English Club, aenglish.club. I think that does it for us today. Anything to add, Tuan? We good?
Yep, I think we're good.
All right. So everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.